Hey everybody, it's time to hop aboard the Big Thunder Podcast. Wildest podcast in the wilderness. Yeehaw! And here's your hosts, Bo and Abby.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Big Thunder Podcast. We're your hosts, Bo
and Abby.
Today on the show, we'll be talking the latest Disney expansions, plus what's new with Bayou Watch, and we'll be playing a fun game of Disney choices.
Exciting. To the news.
All right, so last week we were talking about expansions over in Magic Kingdom. Today we're talking about expansions over in Anaheim. This is a $1.9 billion Disneyland expansion. It has been confirmed.
It has been confirmed?
It has been confirmed that it has been voted on.
I was going to say, it has been approved by the Anaheim City Council.
For their first vote.
For the permit, yeah.
So on April 16th, the Anaheim City Council convened to evaluate and cast votes on the Disneyland Forward proposal. It was understood that if the proposal received approval, a subsequent vote would be necessary at the council's following meeting on May 7th. And it went through. So they will have another vote to see if it's officially ready to go.
May 7th, they have another one.
Correct.
Okay. It's like, we're not in the future.
Right.
We're still in April.
So the plans that they have presented have included anything from Coco to Black Panther, Tangled, Frozen, Zootopia, Peter Pan, Tron, and Toy Story. Presumably the Avatar thing we talked about previously will be over at DCA.
Can you go through that list one more time?
Sure thing. Coco.
Yes.
Black Panther.
Okay.
Tangled.
Yes.
Frozen.
Yes.
Zootopia.
Yes, but I would rather have that at Animal Kingdom.
Peter Pan.
Yes.
Tron.
No.
Why not?
We already have that. We don't need it again.
Okay, but this is Disneyland. This is over in California.
Nope. Don't need it. Already have it. Don't need it.
But you don't think people of California would want it?
Nope.
Okay.
They'll come to Disney World.
Okay. And then Toy Story.
They
have a lot of Pixar stuff over there.
Yeah. I go both ways just because I can't contradict myself.
Sure.
But, okay.
Do you think it's strange, it's sometimes it's tough for us to talk about Disneyland because we've never been there.
Shh.
And
that makes us seem...
No, and
okay.
We refer to Disney World as our home park.
I know, we're like, that's
except
ours.
the fact we're so far away from it. I did the math on it recently, and we're about 500 miles. There's like a 500-mile difference between where we are in Disney World versus where we are in Disneyland.
We're like right in this middle.
We're pretty much
yeah.
We're pretty much right in the middle.
Well, I know I listened to our last podcast, and it's like we kept saying our house and our park, and well, it is. It's ours.
Yep.
Only ours.
So yeah, that would be anytime there's new things happening at the parks, even if it's the one we would love to go to someday.
Yes.
It's still exciting. Like I'm still excited when they do cool stuff over in like Shanghai.
Yeah.
And the odds of me going to Shanghai are slim.
I know.
But still, it's cool, when they do cool stuff in all the parks.
Yep.
All right, so now it's time for Bayou Watch. Cue the music.
What is the music?
It's like kind of like a jazzy New Orleans theme. You can hear it right now. All right, so Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they have a preview announcement that could give clues to the opening date.
Okay.
So this is one of those things where like you kind of really got to read the tea leaves to figure this one out. Okay.
Did the Swifties figure it out?
No, I don't think the Swifties are involved, although who knows? The Swifties are everywhere. So as you know, Chef Leah Chase, who owns the legendary Dookie Chase restaurant in New Orleans, was the inspiration for Tiana in Princess and the Frog. Mm-hmm. NOLA.com, so NOLA.com, recently had an article, and they talked about how Disney plans to bring the Chase family to Disney World to be amongst the first to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Oh, that's really special.
The Chase family trip will happen around the time a media event is set to happen.
Okay.
And their trip, in this article, they said that their trip is in mid-June. So, if you're figuring things out, most likely...
Wait, so that's the first official opening? Or will it be like the soft...
That won't be that's not the official opening. So, like, they're doing the media event in mid-June. So, like, realistically, they'll be open for regular patrons in, like, late June or early July, most likely. So, they have, like, the engineers get to ride it, and then they do, like, this media event, and then I think cast members get to write it.
Okay.
And then it's open.
Okay. I'm bummed because Minnie Vacay has a client that's going that I was really hoping that it'd be like a soft, like quiet
Sure,
launch.
I get it.
Those have to go back.
Do you have any like summer clients coming?
We do. We have a handful of them right now. Some in, like I said, that May. Then we have a June. We have a July. We have an August. So someone's going to get to.
Absolutely.
Well, unless the lines are insane.
Well, it'll probably be virtual queue, I'd imagine.
That's true. That's true.
That's going to do it for the news. It's time for the Minnie Vacay ad. Do you want to use the same we've been using, or do you want to add anything?
I should add one. My best friend Liz and I are Disney travel planners, and we also plan Universal trips. And our company is called Minnie Vacay. Minnie Vacay is a partner with Gateway to Magic Travel, which is an authorized Disney vacation planner and a Disney earmarked agency. That just means they're legitimate. Our services are completely free, and we can't wait to help you plan your next magical vacation.
The last time you planned a trip for me, I got this cool mug.
I didn't even notice. I got this shirt.
For those of you watching on YouTube, you'll be able to tell that this is my Gaston mug that once held LeFou's brew. Mm-hmm. On with the show! Alright, so today's game is called DIZ or DAT.
Okay.
So I'll be honest, full transparency, this is maybe the first game I came up with when I started coming up with wanting to do a podcast. When I was coming up with things to do and games we could play, this was probably maybe the first one. For months, I've been compiling a list of Disney characters and events that are very similar to each other in one way, shape, or form. It'll make more sense when we start playing.
Okay.
And then it would be like, would you rather do this or would you rather do that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I've got like 20 of them. But like, for the show, I thought I'm going to pick maybe my favorites, and we'll go through a few of those and really narrowing it down. And as I was doing this, getting them together, picking out the ones I thought would be the most fun to talk about on the podcast, I noticed like a little narrative was taking shape between these questions. So on today's edition of DIZ or DAT, we're going to go on a little journey. This is a story. Think of it as like a choose your own adventure. Only no matter what you choose, it doesn't change the path.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready to begin?
I am.
Okay.
I am interested.
Hey, congratulations. It's your birthday. I bet you didn't know that. In this story, it's your birthday.
Okay.
Okay? So you're having a big dinner with all your friends. Everybody's getting together.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So where are you going to be celebrating at? Are you at Tiana's Palace or La Ratatouille? This is for a big dinner. Ooh. Do you want Chef Tiana or Chef Remy? Are we in Louisiana or are we in France?
So I'm not fancy enough, I don't think, for Remy's restaurant, but that's what I want. I want to actually try his
Remember that it is cooked by rats. It cannot be that fancy.
That's true. Okay, I'll go to Tiana's. And also because it's lively and fun and loud, and I feel like we would be loud, and I would giggle and make...
You don't have to cross an ocean.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to go to France, though.
I would also go La Ratatouille, though.
Yeah. I know, I can't.
It's French. I'd rather have French food.
I think I would,
than
too.
Like gumbo is probably not for me.
I really would love to go... Okay, final answer, I'm going to France.
I would say Tiana's Palace probably is livelier.
Yeah, but like... Okay, are we going to... Gusteau's? Or are we going to his second restaurant?
You're going to La Ratatouille, which is the second restaurant.
I'm going to go there.
Gusteau's gets shut down.
I know. Well, in my head, I was going to Gusteau's, which seems fancy. So I'm going to go to the more livelier rat restaurant.
So, yeah, I think that is more of like your kind of like a cool cafe.
Yeah, I'm going to go there.
Okay. So, now that you're having your birthday party at La Ratatouille, who's more fun at the party? Eeyore or Sadness from Inside Out?
Eeyore.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think he's more fun at the party?
He says some really awful things sometimes, and it makes me really laugh. Sadness is great, and I adore her, and I use her gif probably every other day.
The one where she just falls flat?
Where she flops. Yeah. But Eeyore just, some of his zingers in the last couple Winnie the Poohs have been funny, so...
Okay. Who gave you the better birthday present? Cinderella or Snow White?
I think Snow White did.
You think she's more thoughtful?
Well, they both kind of had to make a lot out of nothing origin story. Mm-hmm. But Snow White bakes really well.
Gooseberry pie.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe she brings me a delicious birthday pie.
I get it.
And Cinderella probably would bring me more mice. And I've already had enough of them cooking dinner for me.
Fair enough. Oh, shoot.
What?
Well, after the party, you went missing.
Oh my God, I thought something was legitimately wrong. Okay.
So you've gone missing.
Because I got drunk in France.
Apparently.
Okay.
Who do you want looking for you? Judy Hopps or Maximus the horse?
Judy, all day.
But Maximus is relentless.
Judy is an independent little bunny who takes no crap from no one. And when people are like, call off the search, she'll be like, never, never. Judy all day.
All right, fluff butt.
Miss Hopps.
Fair enough. I do have terrible news, though.
Okay.
Judy Hopps did find you. However, it appears like you might be dead.
Oh.
Would you rather become a star in the night sky or have your body displayed in a glass case in the woods in the off chance you're still alive?
Gosh.
I mean, ooh.
I'll bleep that out because this is a non-explicit content podcast.
You know I'm afraid of dying. But I don't want to be in a glass case. But what if I'm still alive? I'm going to choose becoming a star.
But you don't want to be left in the woods for everyone to see?
No, because...
I don't like people looking at me in general.
Yeah, same. And I don't know. But I'm freaking so scared of outer space. But the idea of being a star... If I could be like a... that's true. Both are my nightmare. I'm going to pick the glass case.
Glass case. Well, that's probably the best choice because great news.
I'm not dead?
You're not. You are still alive.
Thank God.
But in order to come back, you'll need some dark magic. So who do you go to? Dr. Facilier or Ursula? Keep in mind that with both of these, there's probably some strings attached.
I'm going to go Ursula.
What do you think she'll take from you? I mean, like she took Ariel's voice.
She took Ariel's voice to get legs. So in order to come alive, I don't know. What will she take? Tell me.
She takes your sight. You're blind now.
Okay.
But you're alive.
Okay.
And she takes your memory. So you don't know who you are.
Okay.
And your sense of smell. Because she's just vindictive. It was in the fine print. It's the new Ursula who's like, just like, I'm going to add something in the fine print and not tell anyone about it.
Okay.
Like anytime she tries to get that kiss, she won't remember or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Ursula. It's Melissa McCarthy. It's...
Hey, if it means I can go hang out with Melissa McCarthy, that's fine.
Fair enough. You'll swim to the bottom of the ocean.
And I'll be like, Suki, is that really you?
All right, last question, last part of the game.
Okay, so I'm alive.
So you're alive, but you can't see.
I can't hear, and I can't smell.
You can hear, you just have no memory.
Oh, sorry, right. I can't see, I can't remember, and I can't smell.
Okay.
Well, that's fine. If I can't remember, then I don't know what I'm missing. I'm on smell.
So there you're back. You're among the living, but you're cursed. So, who is more likely to help you break the curse? Maui or the three fairies from Sleeping Beauty, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather?
The three fairies.
You don't think Maui would be a good help?
I think if I don't owe Maui anything, and I'm not going to give him anything, he's not going to want to help me.
That's true. He was pretty much just in it for himself.
Yeah, he just
Moana.
wanted his dang hook.
Okay.
So I think the three fairies.
Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather are going to help you break the curse?
Yep. It's girl power. Got Judy finding me. I got the fairies helping me.
Well, this was a wonderful birthday. Definitely memorable.
It sounded maybe not so wonderful.
All right, that's going to do it for the first edition of DIZ or DAT, and that's going to do it for the podcast.
It's a short one.
It's a short one this week. Make sure that, if you're watching on YouTube, you like and subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, leave a review and rate. Tell a friend. Join us next week. You know what we're doing next week? The May the 4th Star Wars edition of the Big Thunder Pod. I don't know what the game will be yet, but it will be Star Wars. And I gotta think of something that will be fun for you as a person who doesn't know a lot about Star Wars. I don't want to be like, tell me the name of the bounty hunter that joined young Boba Fett's crew when he was a young guy in the Clone Wars.
Is it Paul?
That's from Dune. Paul's a Dune character.
Oh, I just guessed a very...
There's this movie called Dune.
I'm aware of the popcorn bucket. Zendaya.
Dune's from a book that came out before Star Wars and about a young man with a biblical name who lives on a sand planet. And I'm just saying Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars was inspired by Dune.
When did it come out? After Star Wars?
No, Dune came out before Star Wars.
So Star Wars ripped off Dune?
Was inspired by...
They ripped off Dune and then... Hi, baby.
Hey, Peckle.
You want to come say hi?
She's behind you.
You want to say hi?
I don't know how much of this will make it to the show, but this is just us talking.
Hi.
Yep.
Thanks for coming. Enjoy the ride. Chugga chugga choo